Is it a mitzvah to be happy?
Yes.
Where does it say that? Everyone said yes very fast. Ivdu Hashem b'simcha, beautiful. Is it part of the Taryag mitzvot? No. It's not part of the 630 mitzvot. Yet we know that it's a mitzvah to be happy. It says, Ivdu Hashem b'simcha. Mitzvah gedol liot b'simcha, very nice. More than that, all the curses that befall the Jewish people, which we just read in a few weeks ago's parsha. Thank you very much. All the curses we read about in the parshiot, 30 pages back to back of curses. Oh, you're going to do this is going to happen to you, that's going to happen to you. Why? Tachat asher lo avata et Hashem Elokecha b'simcha v'tov levav, because you didn't serve God with happiness. So make up your mind. Is happiness a mitzvah? If it's not a mitzvah, so what's going on? If it is a mitzvah, how do you become happy? More than that. If happiness, if you have to be happy, how can you be happy spiritually and mentally, or however you want to phrase it, happy in a world which we live in today? We all see what goes around us. Everybody's losing money. Stock market's not doing good. You have neighbors, they can't have children. You have other neighbors that have children, but they're not feeling well. They're sick. They're stricken. How can you be happy in their account? Well, you're going to forget about their problems and be happy in their account? That's not sensitivity. And Torah is all about based on sensitivity. So how can you be happy on their account? More than that, how about the person himself who's suffering? If it's a mitzvah that everybody has to be happy, how is the person himself who's going through an ordeal be happy? How can he be happy? He has a bad situation at home. How can you expect the guy to be happy? The Torah didn't make any differences between a person that's suffering to a person that's not suffering. The Torah made it clear. Being that you didn't serve God with happiness, all the curses are going to befall upon you. So how can you be happy when you're suffering? How can you be happy, chashalom, if you don't have children? How can you be happy, chashalom, if you have a child, but God forbid, he's stricken with some type of terrible disease that could take his life away? How can you be happy? So in a nutshell, how do we define happiness in the Torah's view? And how does everybody be equally happy that satisfies the Torah's view? What is a Jewish concept on happiness? So the answer to this question is a little bit deep, but understanding it can make a difference of a life of thinking that you're happy, or that's the guy that's already past the frustration, or a person that's always frustrated and tries to be happy by doing all crazy type of stuff to make him happy. He drinks alcohol or other types of quick fix-its that make him happy. Oversleeps, overeats, all that type of stuff. And to a person that's going to understand this concept and will be normally happy. Steady happiness. Not one day high, one day low. One day happy, one day sad. One day azay, one day azay. No, every day, constant happiness. And the answer is as follows. The answer to this question is as follows. Real happiness is what you experience when you're doing what you should be doing. When a person's on a path, when a person's on a journey, headed to a certain destination, he has a certain destination in mind which he wants to reach to. When he's on that road towards a destination, he is experiencing first-class happiness. Nothing will be able to take away the joy which he has when he knows he's headed to a direction which he wants to be on. Nothing. In life, there's something called resistance. Yeah, if you see a situation, I can't win it. I can't get around it. I'm happy, I'll stay the way I am. I don't need to grow. I'm doing good now. I'm a good Jew. I can't face this ordeal and win it. It's not going to happen. That's called resistance. When you're moving along resistance, when you're going past resistance, when you're going ahead of yourself, when you're on the right path, when you don't go around the problem, but you go through the problem towards your destination, you're the happiest man in the world. I'll tell you more than that. You don't have to have a smile on your face to show everybody you're happy. No. You can have a face that shows tension. Pay attention. A face that doesn't have to be with a smile. It could be tear-stained. But you're working to get somewhere. Your face may not show a happy reflection, but your heart inside is singing. And I'll tell you even more, your heart's singing because of the pain. And it's not easy to get to a certain level. And there's a lot of obstacles in the way. But those obstacles is what makes you happy. How does that make sense to you? If I twist your arm, you're going to be happy? Oh, no, now it hurts. Now I should be happy. That's what the rabbi said. No, it doesn't make sense. What am I saying? I mean, the actual pain is happiness? How does that make any sense to you? I'll tell it to you through a mashal, through a metaphor. Huh? Parable, metaphor, however you want to understand it. Let's say a guy has to build himself a house. There's no workers. He couldn't get nobody. Everybody's on vacation. He couldn't get nobody. And he has to finish this house at this day. In a month from now, whatever it is, in 5 months from now, the house has to be completed. He's starting from scratch. And he knows how to do the house. Now it happened to be, it's the summer months. It's hot outside. Terribly hot outside. He has to start building. Now this fellow starts to build his house. And he sees that he's sticking to his time span. He knows his time is working out good. And he sees that he's going to complete it on the day it has to be completed. When he looks ahead and he looks back and sees what he accomplished, how good does this guy feel about himself? What fills up inside his heart? He's the most happiest man in the world. He's suffering. It's hot outside. His hands are all torn apart. Blisters. It's hot outside. He's sweating. He comes home. His clothing are all dirty and torn. Yet inside he's the happiest man in the world. Why? Because he's headed to where he wants to be. He's headed to his destination. He's putting brick by brick. He's getting there. He's getting what he wants done. Nothing's stopping him. He's happy. It's hard. Yet he fights those obstacles. He's getting somewhere. He's building himself what he has to build in his time span. He's doing it correctly. There's no better joy than that.